What is up, Scrub Fam? I am back with another gameplay video. This time it is blue-yellow Torankusu Storm versus red-blue SS3 Goku. I figured this is a good video to upload just in time for tomorrow's events, so you guys can see how some of the matchups play out. So this was my first time actually playing the blue-yellow Storm deck in paper. I've been accustomed to playing it in Octagon, and I finally just got my Scrambling Assaults on Gotens in the mail just the other day, so I had to sleeve it up for real. And so this is my first time actually playing the deck live. So it'll be cool to see the places where I miss the opportunities to extend my plays, draw extra cards, and truly accelerate the advantage. But you will see that the deck is incredibly powerful, even if the deck is played improperly. So it's pretty cool. It's also great to do these videos because you get to see just, how I resolve my turns. You can see that, me analyzing my own plays and just seeing where I could miss and then hopefully make sequencing better. But otherwise, before I get into this video, as you see, it's already starting. My Thomas Ingle is cutting my deck like a true jerk. I'll give a shout out to my sponsor, Beard Collectibles. Alec Pastrana is the best shop owner on the planet, best sponsor in the world. If you're looking to buy your sealed product, get it from beardcollectibles.com. You can also get a 3x3 t-shirt as well from there. And also be sure to check out the Patreon, so you can go ahead and get daily articles, access to additional content, and then, of course, some cool bonuses. So, here we go. I'm on the play in this match, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to charge a yellow source, and you're going to see the way that we prioritize things. So, instead of charging a Successor or Hope, we're actually charging a Bardock Will of Iron. Main reason why is because we want to use the 2 free tutors to start the game, to start thinning the deck out. And that's one thing that this deck does that makes it so incredibly powerful, is like when you really look at the deck list, like your major threats are so compacted, like they're so compressed and there's so few of them that you really just want to get your deck thinned down to the point where all you're drawing is just gas, all you're drawing is Unyieldings and Sensu Beans. So we're going to go ahead and resolve these first 2 Successor of Hopes. We're going to go ahead and tutor our Bardocks out, and then now we're just really doing it. So the deck has essentially gone from starting the game with 36 cards to now we just essentially thin it out to 34. And then we're just going to follow up this play by playing the Bardock, because since we're on the play, it's really advantageous for us to do so. Like, there's no reason not to here, and just we can start establishing a board position for the the coming turns. So there we go. We play a Bardock, we take a life. And we're just going to go ahead and swap straight into the Goten, so we have a Goten on board for the next turn. If you guys are on the Patreon, you know that this is something that I talk about, trying to get as much information as possible. You'll see how I do that on the next turn. One thing we do see, or I do see as an opportunity, is I shouldn't have played the Mai right now. I really just wanted to have it out just in case he had an intensifying power Trunks in hand and was trying to threaten me with it, so because I wanted to protect my life. But in doing so, I kind of stranded myself on having blue for the next turn, but luckily that doesn't end up mattering too much. See, I point to it on the table there that I think that I misplayed there. So it looks like we got another Scrambling Assaults on Goten. We'll go ahead and charge a Bardock. This at least guarantees that we have the capability to awaken this turn since we have an Unyielding. And as you see, I lead with a Scrambling Assaults on Goten because I want to get as much information as possible before making a decision on how I want to approach the turn. So we go ahead and take a Planet Vegeta, so we have a tutor. He has Sensu Beans for the turn. That's one thing that makes Trunks the better leader over something like Hirudegarn, is the fact that your Unyielding Spirit Trunks, when you play it to essentially get past the Sensu Bean, you're getting to get the cantrip off it as well. So now I play another Bardock, take a life, play another Goten, and honestly right here, since I have the Bardock in hand, the advantageous play is just to take another copy of Goten and just really start flooding out here. So here, in fact, is my first misplay of the game, because I misread the situation. I should have actually just Unyielding with the Goten to do the cantrip and draw a card, because right now I'm going to miss out on drawing a card for the turn with my leader. You guys will see that here in a second. So now, he went from having a decent amount of cards in hand to being down, I think, 4. We're going to go ahead and play Time Choice Supreme Kai Time. A lot of people ask me why I play this over playing something like Type Patrol Trunks or playing additional cards. Honestly, you're guaranteed to activate this on your first or second turn, and it's allowing you to just begin filtering your deck even more so and just putting stuff to the bottom that you don't want to draw right now. It's just similar to the way Goten is. So here, we're going to go ahead and play another Bardock. Can't swing with it because, of course, he's pretty much overpowered at this point. But we're going to go ahead and swap it back to hand, and then we're just going to deploy another Goten. Look at us. Okay, there's another unyielding. See, as I said, we're just filtering through. All of our draws are just getting better and better. We're threatening him. Now he's having to either choose between taking a life or spending a card. He goes and takes it. So now we're going to get the Guaranteed Awaken. Here we go. And then so as you can see, this is where I call the first misplay. I didn't need to do that attack earlier. I could have just saved it to draw the extra card for the turn. And now here, this is an interesting decision by myself. I think it's honestly because I'm just trying to be as reserved as possible because I know that I'm not going to actually be able to kill him or put him within lethal range this turn just based off of my board state. And since I've already overwhelmed this turn. So I'm not going to combo here with the times choice. I'm just trying to get as much information on him as possible before I make any plays that kind of put me all in. So there we go. We'll play a planet so we can go ahead and get set up. We're going to grab one of our apes. This is one of our threats in the deck. And this is cool because the one thing that did benefit me about this play is that I get to actually swing with my 1-drop Bardock, and it ends up being an impactful attack because I get to swing with the Bardock, plan on yielding, and then play the 4-drop Bardock over top of it to actually pressure his life total here. It forces the Awaken right now. There we go. And then I haven't triggered my backside yet. So then I'm actually going to trigger it here. So I get to replace the card that I just cast. There we go. So getting in for 25, which is a really sizable attack. So he's going to have to Awaken, and he's going to have to spend... He's going to have to get to 30. So that just means playing a 10k boost since he already beamed for the turn. And now... things are just super awkward for him because look at my board state. I have now an ape. I have 3 Gotens. I have a Mai. I just played a times choice. If you just count the amount of times that I attacked that turn, the action advantage that I created was just hugely significant. Again, I missed out on drawing a card with my leader. So that's something that just feels kind of bad. But otherwise, turn wasn't too bad. So right here, optimally, if he really wanted to get out of this, he would need to have an Intensifying Power Trunks, a Bean, and a Zeno. He's going to attack one of the Gotens. At this point, I don't need to protect all of them. I only need to save at least one. So I'm just going to let him have it. And him doing that puts another card in my discard pile. So again, we're building up to that Fu, and he's kind of doing the work for me without me losing that much value. Here he plays a Trunks. At this point, I think he's trying to find Chain Zeno. So he's doing the same thing. He's trying to see as many cards as possible because right now he just needs to find a chain and something to be able to get this board cleaned up. He doesn't combo, so I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to use a Boost Stack Piccolo. Now, so the bright side about me playing the Mai is now I get to use the Mai to block. So now it's kind of forcing the issue that he's going to have to do something about this, one of these Gotens. And he actually ends up doing so. He actually ends up fluting it. So now, thanks to this turn, I actually got 5 cards on my discard pile to set up for the Scientist Fool in the next turn, so I can just pressure his life total even more. And then me, we're talking back and forth about his discard pile, because I know he's trying to deploy Scientist Fool, but I know he doesn't have 7 cards. And then we're going to go ahead and go back into my turn here in a second. Here we go. So again, keeping that Goten on board is just so powerful because, like I stated, it just gives you that additional, like, seeing the extra card every turn, which is what I talk about is incredibly important to do in this game. It's an additional card. It's card selection, card quality. We get to make up for it. It's just so much value just protecting at least one copy of it. I actually end up charging a Scrambling Assaults on Goten since he fluted it back. Because now it's like I'm not giving him new information off of something I may have drawn him, just letting him use recycled information. And then now I'm going to go ahead and get another Bardock. We've drawn so many cards this game. Now we swing lead. We take the flute here since we don't have any blue energy. Pick up some extra cards, and we actually just attacked the Trunks. So now he won't be able to do Intensifying Power Trunks without having the... he won't be able to do Chain Attack Trunks without hard casting the full thing. So we won't get an energy advantage next turn. So we're going to play a Bardock, put ourselves down to 3. Since he's already gone down to 3, this isn't a bad decision since now we're at life parity. So if he does Chain Zeno, he's not going to get that big of an advantage. And we still have boost and stuff in hand. Here we go. We're set up for a Scientist Fu this turn just in case you need one. Look how many cards we just have. Such an advantage. Pressuring his leader. You see me here. I don't have an Unyielding. I have no way to protect myself because I have the Nimbus in my hands. There's not much I can do. So I might actually be changing my play mid-thought. Yeah, see, I don't combo. Yeah. Right now I'm really just thinking about how to maintain this energy up so I can protect my life total just in case he wants to do something. And then just keep getting the advantage with the Goten. And then just really save things up for next turn just in case. We go ahead and take a boost attack Piccolo. Look how many cards. That's just insane. And then we're going to draw 2 off the trigger. My Supporter, Hope, exactly what I want to see, and Unyielding. Just to make it a 25k attack, this is huge because now he's going to have to spend 2 cards on this. Odd tap him tapping a blue. This is signaling that he has the topo, or at least he's trying to portray that he has the topo. And now again, we're just debating on how we want to go off this turn, or if we want to go off this turn. We swing. There's the topo. He's tapped out now. Look at me cards. It's insane. We're just plussing so hard. We go ahead and play a Mai for the turn. Restand, and then we just go. And then we just see what he has. We're keeping all of our cards in hand, keeping energy up just in case he has the Chain Zeno. And if he does it and recycles all this stuff in it back into the deck, like look at all the resources that we have if he goes ahead and Zenos us. So we did the right thing there. And if he doesn't Zeno us this turn, we at least get to go for the kill. He charges a second blue, which means he's not going to be able to Chain Zeno me here. Which means he doesn't have it. He attacks the Goten. I just go ahead and snap off the Flying Nimbus just in case he tries to get freaky here. Just to guarantee that I'm not going to die to anything crazy. As you can see, my discard pile is fully laid out. I'm looking at everything that's there. There's a Scientist Fu. And this makes it super simple for me. I just get to snap off a block if I need to. He's going to try and pressure my life total like he needs to, because he needs to make sure that I can't get another Bardock Ape on board. So he's going to flute the Mai back, which is a good play on his part. And me, I am sitting pretty confident, just in general. So I'm just going to say no to gates, no blocks. And I'm going to force him to make a move. He's going to have to show me if he has a super combo or if he doesn't have one. And then I just get to capitalize on it from there. So here he goes. He's starting a combo. I'm not concerned. He's got to put more cards in if he wants to. And me, with my confidence, I'm kind of basically just showing like there's nothing you can do to me. I'm not worried about it. Successor was actually a great draw here. Look at all these Sensu Beans now. Now we just have to charge something on our turn, and we're good. So we go in combo. Discard pile is full. I have a check of all my resources, both on the table and in the discard pile. His hand size is starting to get low. We're wearing on him. And now I'm going to play the game with 4 energy, which in this deck is not something you ever really want to do. But if you get the opportunity to, you can just do some pretty busted turns, especially since I didn't see my beans until later in the game. Now I'm finally going to charge a blue source, and I'm actually going to go ahead and charge Flute because it doesn't have any combo power, because I'm going to try and kill him this turn. So go ahead and play the Bardock. We're going to go down 2 life. Swing with our Scrambling Assaults on Goten, because we're going to be comboing anyway. Look at these 3 cards. Deck is getting pretty thin here, so I have to kill him. I've drawn through so many cards this game. There we go. Bean. Combo. No trigger. So we're just going to go to 25. He's got to spend 2 cards, or he's got to take it. So there's a boost. Looks like he's just going to -1 on the exchange. Lead. Now we get to, again, just pressing our advantage, just leaning on him. He's eventually going to have to fall over. So now we bean again, get access to our energy, combo, choose to draw 2. Again, deck's getting super light. Look at that draw. See, as I stated before, like the way you start filtering through your deck so much, you're just going to get down to your best cards at all times. So he's taking 25, 30. He's got to get to 35, so he's got to give me 3 cards. Flute. Go up to 30. Again, he's got to give me 2 cards. 35. Yep, there we go. Now he's in lethal range. I know he's got to be sitting on a fistful of negates. Here it comes. Look at our discard pile. Huge. Gonna draw 2 cards. He declares no negates. We're just going to go. Just dump everything in the hand. His hand size is so low. 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. So right now he's at 30. He's only got 3 more cards. 40. 45. 50. 55. Can't get there. And we close the game out. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got a good look at the deck, and as you saw, I was able to critique my play and then also just show some bright spots of the deck. But otherwise, I'm excited about tomorrow to see what happens at the ARG events and PBG events. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, bye!